Last year, I wanted to do something new for Christmas with my girlfriend. We got a new flat together, which we still live in now. So anyway, it was our first Christmas together. In our new place, we wanted to cut down our own Christmas tree. Seems neither of us had done it before. Living in New Hampshire, there are spruce trees everywhere. It was a snowy evening when me and my girlfriend Hayley took a little road trip to one of the closest forests, which was full of spruce trees. I wanted to go whilst it was snowing for that full Christmassy feeling. We parked up by the side of the road, near what looked like a little opening, but with the snow everywhere, it wasn't easy to tell. I could hear gravel under my tyres as I pulled in. It was the perfect spot to leave the car whilst we went looking for a tree. Our estate contained many hills, so we had to walk uphill, Hayley was complaining. She didn't enjoy walking up the hills. We carried on going up the hill, looking out for a small-ish spruce tree for our lounge as most were too big. That's when we saw our tree. It was the perfect size. I lifted up my axe and started chopping away at the trunk, which was easy to chop down due to the trunk being skinny. I didn't want to drag it through the snow and down the hills, so I got Hayley to help carry it. She was whining that she didn't bring the gloves from the car. Throwing her the keys, I said, "Be quick, please." She took off down the hill, leaving me in the middle of the woods alone. She seemed to take forever, so I sat down on the tree trunk and looked around. It was dark now, but I could see tall trees for miles. I decided to turn on my torch so Hayley could see where I was easier. Except for the wind, it was eerily silent. I was a bit creeped out, then I eventually heard footsteps nearby. Finally, I thought. I shouted, "Hayley," whilst waving the torch about, but nobody responded and the footsteps stopped. I thought she was messing with me, so I decided to get my own back. I left the torch on the ground and hid behind a tree, waiting for her to appear. I heard footsteps getting nearer and saw someone full on running towards the torch. It wasn't Hayley, it was a guy wearing a hoodie. He grabbed the torch and turned it off. I could barely see him now. The way he ran spooked me. I braved it and ran as fast as I could back to my car. The branches beneath me made a lot of noise. I just knew he'd heard me, but I didn't have time to stop. As I was roughly halfway down, I could hear Hayley's panicked screams. She was beeping the horn. I tried to run faster, made eye to the car and dived into the driver's seat. Hayley was screaming, "Go, just drive." We sped off. Looking out the rearview window, he was standing there, literally where my car just was, watching us as we drove off. We had a long journey and ended up getting a tree from a seller in the town. We will never try to cut down our own tree again.